our profound journey through life, we venture into this world forgetting who we are. If you don't create an identity, society tells you who you are, and you believe it. But within us, we carry an immortal force, an invaluable treasure of unlimited resources and capabilities. However, from our earliest days, we are bombarded with the persistent notion of inadequacy, scarcity, and noise, leading us to pursue external desires and illusory dreams. This illusion infiltrates our minds, and its effect can steer us toward a meaningless direction, where we wonder why we feel this emptiness inside, away from our essence and outside of ourselves. This distracting mirage holds us hostage, and unwittingly, like sheep who never realize the vastness of the field or the prison of conformity, we ignore this divine spark within us and the abundant tools already lodged in the sanctuary of our souls. Yet true revelation occurs when we dive into our timeless inner wisdom, when we delve into the nature of our immortal mind. We are not material beings experiencing spiritual events. We are spiritual beings experiencing a material existence. The divine spirit echoes through you, through me, through this video. This is profound wisdom that reveals the extraordinary power leading us to self-realization and the wholeness of our being. Our purpose in this existence transcends the superficial. Our mission is to heed the inner call according to our natural inclinations. We have a singularity, a unique vocation, your calling. Vocation is a word that comes from Latin and has been misconstrued over the centuries, but the principle of its meaning is the call, the inner call that leads you to accomplish the greatest things. Just as mine is manifested through this channel and these words, freedom through knowledge, transformation through perception. Let's explore this in this video. I invite you to evolve and free yourself from the invisible bonds that limit and bind your soul, and to seek that hidden force within you. Because in our mundane activities, distracted by external pressures, we often get entangled in a convincing illusion, the illusion of time itself. Time slips away like sand in an hourglass. We try to grasp it with our hands, always letting some sand escape through our fingers. This relentless pursuit, this unending race, and the frightening feeling of never having enough time conspire to distance us from the most fundamental reality that exists, the present moment. As a result, we become prisoners of the fascinating future or ruminate in lamentation over the relentless grip of the past. Consequently, we become entangled in the labyrinth of our own traumas and dramas. For a moment, meditate with me, take a deep breath, and let clarity illuminate your being. It's difficult to free fools from the chains they revere. These chains can only be perceived with self-awareness. They are shiny and promise us everything the imagination can conceive. But by getting too involved with the material narrative and trapped in a tangle of repetitive patterns and behaviors, instead of paving the way for evolution and liberation, we get lost in automatic mode, in an endless cycle of repetition. A labyrinth of experiences that keeps us perpetually dissatisfied. Thus, we voluntarily dive into a deep and complex game, a game born from the shadows of our inner world, a world marked by the unhealed wounds of our inner child. These wounds, though invisible, cast long shadows that prevent us from growing consistently, trapping us within the limits created by our chaotic minds. Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. The soul always knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind. The truth is like holding a thorny rose in your hand. It first hurts, but then you can see the beauty in its extraordinary petals. Sometimes we may fail to recognize how easily we get entangled in the relentless pursuit of something illusory. However, it is essential that daily we can free ourselves from this endless pursuit. When you truly stop and start to appreciate, this very moment can provide you with infinite serenity. Take this pause for a moment in your day, a precious pause to experience the profound sense of fulfillment within yourself. Be aware of this deep feeling. If the light is in your heart, you will find your way home. Let it be. The great system, like an enigmatic matrix, instills in us urgencies that don't exist and shows us realities constructed to deceive and distract. It relentlessly forces us to chase our desires. And I am in favor of conquering these desires. But your most precious asset, your most immortal truth, echoes within you in silence. Meditate and listen to that truth. Recognize its call and take inspired actions to realize your destiny, even in the most mundane situations, like our rush to escape traffic before the signal turns red. We are trapped in an incessant cycle of pursuit, always chasing the indescribable purpose of life. In the brief interlude of gazing at our phones while caught in the relentless tide of traffic, amidst the perpetual din of everyday life, we adhere to an unspoken script. This script makes us feel connected, even though is a recurrent illusion. Consider this: the essence of existence is not nestled in the realms of tomorrow, but resides in the eternal now. What then is the essence of reality? Is it something that can be neatly encapsulated within the confines of language, or does it transcend the barriers of human expression? Perhaps the answer lies in the depths of your perception, a profound mystery that defies absolute understanding or rational explanation. Reality is tangible and intangible, visible and invisible. It's a paradoxical enigma, beckoning us to delve into its depths, transcending the boundaries of words and theoretical concepts. As we embark on this exploration, we may discover that the answers we seek are not found in the concrete or the abstract, but in the harmonious dance between the two. There are truths only perceivable through deep meditation and contemplation of details beyond words, and there are others, equally profound, that can be described in this video. Our reality is like an eternal book of infinite pages. Each page represents a moment or experience, many yet to be read. Our journey involves uncovering these pages and learning from them. It reveals itself not in grand spectacles, but in simple, yet miraculous, moments of life. Like the gentle breeze of wind, the innocent laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun on our skin. These everyday experiences offer glimpses into the profound beauty and power inherent in the enigmatic fabric of reality. The true essence of life finds its home in the present moment, a moment beckoning us to fully engage in the intricate dance of existence. It's in this sacred now that the rich tapestry of experience unfolds before us, patiently awaiting our conscious and heartfelt engagement. When we free ourselves from the anxiety and control of the future, and from the webs of thoughts of the past, we realize that life is not merely an incessant pursuit of our destiny, but a journey where each lived moment can be truly eternal. Let yourself become living poetry. Everything that is made beautiful and fair and lovely is made for the eye of one who sees. Sell your intelligence and buy perplexity. Be dazzled by the unknown. Each breath, each heartbeat, each encounter contributes to sculpting the essence of our existence. To focus solely on the horizon of what's to come is to ignore the extraordinary beauty and wonder residing in each fleeting moment. With this perspective, we discover a liberating freedom, a freedom that emancipates us from the chains of expectation and opens us to the limitless potential inherent in the present. The illusions of the external world will conspire to distract you, to make you forget what is truly important, to make you forget who you are. But you are on a quest for immortal consciousness, and even amidst the incessant chatter of our restless minds and the daunting fear of the unknown, you will remember who you are and why you are here. This turbulence clouds our perception of the true essence of reality. But when we silence it, it's in this sacred silence, this peaceful space, that we open the portal to true existence, to the unadulterated essence of being. When you focus on being, the one you wish to become extends their hand and invites you to an ethereal dance. In the embrace of silence, we find the purest way to live, the most authentic manifestation of ourselves. In this profound silence, we embark on a quest to discover our true purpose, our authentic destiny, a purpose free from the weight of beliefs, desires, and conditioned personalities that society has configured in us from the moment we were born. We are given a name and immersed in an environment that shapes us, indoctrinating us with a complex tangle of beliefs and desires. Our personality, woven from these experiences, becomes the means through which we express ourselves to the world. Over time, we deeply attach ourselves to these narratives, naively believing they define the essence of our being. Thus, all that we believe to be is merely a tale, a narrative woven by the intricate mechanisms of the mind. You are beyond labels. The spiritual journey unfolds as we courageously release our grip on these stories, embarking on a path of unlearning often accompanied by the transformative pains of change. Our ego, the very entity that holds these narratives together, fiercely resists this metamorphosis, striving to maintain control over the familiar. The ego clings to illusions of control and perceives a threat to our survival if we relinquish certain aspects of our identity. It operates in fear and seeks validation from the external world. Yet for true evolution, we must disassociate from the ego, liberating ourselves from its unyielding dominion. As time passes, the ego finds a new balance, and we harmonize with its presence. This involves detaching from the stories we have woven around ourselves and realizing that we are not merely defined by our past or our conditioned narratives. You are, beyond everything else. Essentially, we are life itself, an expansive and boundless consciousness. In the glowing light of the present moment, we are urged to shed the burdens of our troubles and the chains of our concerns. We acknowledge our true essence, recognizing that in this exact moment nothing is amiss, that your problem is a solution in another guise, unless you choose to believe otherwise. With this perspective, we realize that the present moment becomes the conduit through which we access the divine, completeness and harmony. Therefore, remember, directing our attention inward leads us to a state of serene liberation, while focusing outward manifests our fears, beliefs, and anxieties. Our notion of self resembles a dream, a narrative woven into the fabric of our consciousness by the intricate mechanisms of the mind, an attempt to define and comprehend our existence, a story that separates us from the world. Yet in reality, there is no distinction between God, the universe, and you. You are God, and God is the universe. You are the universe, and the universe is God. All flows through us. This dream is not merely our creation, but a product of our conditioning shaped by societal, cultural, and personal influences. Over time, this construct solidifies through years of habitual identification, leading you to the illusion of separation from the vast universe. It is this very construct that is expressed in our conversations, experiences, emotions, and identities, with the limitations of our physical form. Yet, our true self, the essence of who we are, transcends these superficial boundaries. It exists beyond the confines of form, place, and dimension. Awakening from the dream of self beckons a path of deep self-awareness and mindfulness. This journey involves observing your thoughts and emotions impartially, without judgment or attachment, recognizing them as transient phenomena rather than unassailable truths. These thoughts do not originate from a singular self, but emerge from a collective consciousness that shapes our collectively experienced reality. By adopting an objective perspective and observing your thoughts as if they belong to someone else, you embark on a journey to peel back the layers of conditioning that have woven the illusion of self. In doing so, you approach a state of true liberation and enlightenment, where the true essence of your being shines free from the illusions of separation and ego. In our deep journey of self-awareness, we come to understand that thoughts flow through us like a river, occurring spontaneously. We are not our thoughts, and our attachment to these thoughts leads us to mistakenly believe they define us and that we are the ones who evoke them. When we free ourselves from our fears, anxieties, and the weight of depression, we unveil a profound truth. They are merely illusions created by the unbalanced rhythm of the mind. By stepping back and simply observing the unfolding of these mental phenomena, we come to realize that at their core they are nothing more than energy, nourished or released by our attention. In this revelation, there is no need to label them as good or bad. They are simply natural forces. In this understanding, we see that our thoughts and emotions are not definitive truths, but rather transient experiences that flow through us. They do not define us. They are simply part of the larger tapestry of existence, a tapestry that we are intricately woven into. This realization invites us to step back and observe the play of our thoughts and emotions, understanding them as part of a larger narrative, a narrative that is constantly unfolding and evolving. It encourages us to see ourselves not as isolated entities, but as interconnected beings, part of a vast and mysterious universe. In embracing this perspective, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of our place in the world, recognizing that we are more than the sum of our thoughts and emotions. We are part of something greater, something that transcends the limitations of ourselves. This journey of self-awareness and mindfulness is a journey towards freedom, a journey towards a deeper connection with the essence of who we are. It is a journey that invites us to step beyond the boundaries of our conditioned selves, embrace the vastness of our true nature, and experience the fullness of our existence. In this journey, we come to realize that our true essence is not something that can be easily defined or contained. It is something that exists beyond the confines of language and thought, something that is experienced rather than explained. As we embark on this journey, we discover that the key to unlocking our true potential lies in letting go of our preconceived notions and the narratives that have been imposed upon us. It is in the unlearning and the shedding of these layers that we find our true selves, unburdened by the expectations and definitions of society. This process of unlearning and shedding is not without its challenges. It requires us to confront and release the deeply ingrained beliefs and identities that we have clung to for so long. It asks us to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, and to trust in the journey itself. As we do so, we begin to experience a profound sense of liberation. We find that we are no longer constrained by the limitations of our ego, no longer defined by the stories we have told ourselves. We discover a sense of freedom and expansiveness that allows us to experience life in its fullness. In this space of freedom and expansiveness, we begin to connect with the essence of our being in a deeper and more meaningful way. We find that we are able to tap into a wellspring of creativity, wisdom, and insight that was previously inaccessible to us. This connection to our essence allows us to live more authentically and to express ourselves more fully. We find that we are able to engage with the world around us in a more meaningful and impactful way, bringing our unique gifts and talents to bear in service of a greater good. As we continue on this journey of self-discovery and liberation, we come to realize that our true essence is not something that is separate from the world around us. Rather, it is deeply interconnected with all that is. We are part of a vast and intricate web of life, and our actions and intentions ripple outwards, affecting the world in profound ways. This realization brings with it a sense of responsibility and purpose. We understand that we are not just passive observers of life, but active participants in shaping the world around us. We recognize that our thoughts, words, and actions have the power to create change, to heal, to inspire, and to uplift. In embracing our true essence, we step into our power as co-creators of our reality. We understand that we have the ability to shape our lives and the world around us in ways that are aligned with our highest values and aspirations. This journey of self-discovery and liberation is not a solitary one. It is a journey that we undertake in communion with others, with the world around us, and with the divine. It is a journey that calls us to connect with others in a spirit of love, compassion, and understanding. As we walk this path, we find that we are supported and guided by a force greater than ourselves. We are held in the embrace of the divine, guided by a wisdom and intelligence that is beyond our comprehension. In this sacred journey, we come to understand that we are not alone. We are part of a vast and beautiful tapestry of life, woven together with threads of love, compassion, and understanding. We are part of a grand and mysterious universe, a universe that is calling us to awaken to our true nature and step into our power as co-creators of our reality. So let us embark on this journey with open hearts and open minds. Let us embrace the unknown with courage and trust, knowing that we are guided and supported every step of the way. Let us step into our power as co-creators of our reality, bringing our unique gifts and talents to bear in service of the greater good. And let us remember that in this journey of self-discovery and liberation, what you seek is seeking you. We are not just finding ourselves, we are finding our place in the world, our connection to the divine, and our purpose in this grand and mysterious universe. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts and feelings about all of this? I'd love to read in the comments. Share with special ones. Be awake and remember, freedom through knowledge, transformation through perception.